Hi, I'm Discipline Dave, where I put the technique in your physique. Today we're going to talk about the biceps. Also, what's going to go along great with those biceps are going to be the forearms. A lot of people don't focus on the forearms because they don't know that they go hand in hand. If you have weak forearms, those biceps are going to halt and you're going to reach a plateau. So both of those are key important features when it comes to getting those big arms that you want. I'm talking about those arms that hug the sleeves. So we're going to get started today with some basic concept of the biceps, but we're going to go into detail on how to make them effective. Because that mind-muscle connection and using resistance bands so you get a great force on the positive and the negative are very important for development. So we're going to go ahead and get started on those biceps and the forearms. But before we do, there's a couple things I want to mention. To get that full width of those arms, you want to go check out this video that I did on the triceps. Check that one out after you get done with this. And wait till the end of this video because I have a special promotion of a discount for the bands that I'm using today. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to begin with some bicep curls here. And what I want to do is make sure that you understand that the form is so important in this. The reason why bands are so important is because of the positive and the negative on the resistance. So you want to make sure that you have tension throughout the movement, and you want to go slow on this and make sure you can really feel those muscles so you can have that mind-muscle connection. So we're going to begin here by putting this door stopper right here at the bottom of the door here, and you want to get a little bit more centered here, and then you want to grab on the end. This is the Bodygym workout bands, as you can see on my recent video that I did of band reviews. I'll leave a link on this one here below too. And so you're going to grab it, and you want to make sure that you're nice and straight and you start off with tension. Very important to start off so you can maintain it throughout the motion. And then from there, you want to stand up straight with your shoulders back and then contract your upper back muscles here. And you want to make sure that you're stable and go ahead and only use the arms to contract. So you're coming up, stationary, no rocking motion. This is what we don't want. We don't want that, okay? We want to make sure that we're stable and we come up, squeeze, down, slowly, up, squeeze, down. If it feels easier right at this motion here, step back and give yourself some more tension, okay? And so you want to come up, squeeze. You don't need a lot of bands and extra tension on here. You can do this light, but slow and control, believe me, it'll feel like 1,000,000 pounds. Squeeze. Stationary, only contracting. Boom, pause, down slow. Keep going. And I would say here, you want to do between 15 to 20 reps. Now, on this next exercise, we're going to work out our forearms. This is going to be a reverse curl. Now, when you're using this motion here, you can see this flexion. It happens right here in the forearm. And that's what we're gonna build with this exercise here. So we're gonna come up and reverse here, all right? And making sure that we use great technique. Same process. Lower door handle. You're coming back here, making sure that everything is tight here. We don't want any type of rocking movement through here. And we want to make sure that we put our elbows in to our body, and we want to come up just like that. All right? We come up, bam, bam. Squeeze, slow, control. Feel the tension, up and down. Eliminate the leaks in your body by rocking back and forth. Keep yourself stationary. And that's a great workout for our forearms. All right, on this next one, we're gonna do bands with alternating curls to work out our bicep. And the reason why, you may think to yourself here, we just did a bicep curl. But the reason why we're gonna alternate and use the handlebars, if you take a look here, it's gonna give us a good range of motion to make sure that we can really work out the bicep. And what I mean by that is that when you come up, to curl is actually, you see where my hand is going from here to here? Take a look at that there, okay? When you come up, to really hit that bicep peak, there's a twist here to happen. And so those handles are gonna help us go ahead and get that full range of motion to get the maximum contraction out. So you can get those sleeves tight on your body when you're going out for the summer, okay? So let's take a look here. Same thing, bottom of the door frame, but we're gonna go behind the body. All right, making sure that we're nice and even, starting off with tension. The full stretch of our bicep is all the way back, okay, here. So we wanna get the full stretch and the contraction. So we're gonna come up, hold one back, squeeze. All right, we're twisting, squeeze. We're twisting, squeeze, squeeze. We're feeling it come down, keeping that tension. Yes, squeeze. And if you notice, my wrists are bending backwards. And the reason why it's important for that wrist to bend backwards, because if we, just how we saw with the forearm exercise, if we do this and we come up, we're actually flexing our forearm here, versus we take the forearm out of it when we bend back and it engages the bicep more. Go ahead and try that on your own with no weights here. Remember, these are just tools to help us with that. So we're keeping it bent backwards so that way we can really focus on that bicep. Let's hit this one more time. All right, starting off with tension, full stretch, holding one side, coming up, keeping that wrist bent backwards as our arm twist in the motion of where our biceps want to go. All right, very stationary, no rocking. All right, it's not about heavy weight, it's about control and technique. And trust me, your body will see those results. Now it's time to go back to our forearms here. All right, so what we're gonna do here is with our handles here again, and what we're gonna do is squeeze up this way here. This is gonna give us a different angle on our forearms. So we're gonna go ahead, grab the handles, get our tension going, body locked up, okay? We're gonna squeeze our glutes on the back of our legs there. We're gonna make sure our back is tight. We're gonna go here, and we wanna get our arms a little below parallel here, and that way we can only use the wrist to come up and engage those forearms. Keeping that tension. We're coming up, slow down. What we're not doing is this. That momentum is not letting us get the strength curve that we need in order to work out our forearms. So we're gonna do it nice and slow and controlled. That way we can get the workout from the positive in this direction and the negative. And that will really build your strength up. Working out your forearms really helps you with your biceps. A lot of people limit themselves in the biceps, or they reach a plateau because their forearms aren't developed. All right, so in this exercise here, this is gonna really build that long head of the bicep that's gonna give you a lot of width here pushing out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our handles. We're gonna come forward with our tension. A lot of people mistake this over for a bent over row. We're not contracting our back on this one. What we're gonna do is contract our biceps. So we're gonna start here and we're gonna bend over here, keep our back kind of like at a 45-degree angle, and we're gonna come up and squeeze the biceps. You really have to focus on the biceps in this movement here. We're not squeezing our back, we're squeezing our arms. Up and down. Nice and straight. No rocking motion. overloading the biceps. If you have one of those band sets where you can add multiples, go ahead and load this one up a little bit heavy. There we go. Still keeping our wrist bent backwards. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's hammer time. We're gonna do some hammer curls for you here, okay? And so basically the function of a hammer curl, if you've ever done them on dumbbells before, and for those out there who have never done them before, what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the position of our wrists this way, okay? This is what we normally do. We're gonna go this way. And what that's gonna do is, it's really gonna give us a combination of that forearm and the bicep, but it's gonna give us great width in the bicep. It's gonna work out the brachialis muscle. And that there is gonna give you that width that you want to give you the density of the bicep, okay? So let's get started. So I'm using the Bodygym bands here. And these have the straps here. So that way it can get me in that hammer time pose, all right? So we're gonna come up and we're gonna do these alternating so we can really focus on the muscle. Squeezing. And we wanna come up. And just like how we do the bicep curl, there's a little bit of a twist to get the full function of the muscle. It's not just straight up. We're kind of spinning with it too here. Right there at the end there, and that's really going to give you a really good contraction. So think about that when you're doing these hammer curls. We want to get the most out of this workout here. All right, we're going to come up, twist, positive. Now slow for the negative. Up, twist for the positive. Slow for the negative. Body straight. Let's get a rhythm going here. We're not using and letting that momentum bring it down. We're controlling it down. Here we go. Body straight, no rocking. Up, hammer time, twist, back down. All right. So you want to take it to that next level. Here's a little bonus exercise for you. This is for those advanced lifters out there. What we're going to do is a bicep curl here on an incline. So you see, I got my incline bench here. I got my bands on my door stopper. When I give myself some room for some tension, I want to lean back, feet planted, and I'm bringing both up at the same time. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And squeeze. Well, this concludes our workout for today. Now, as promised, I have a special discount for the bands that I was using today by the company GUDEHOLO. I butchered that name so many times. You can check that out on my review of these bands on the last video. Now, go ahead and take advantage of this coupon code that they sent to all my viewers here. If you type in that code, you're gonna get 30% off. It ends soon, so take advantage of that right now. Ends up being a great deal after the discount there. I got a link in the description below. Go ahead and check those out. Also, now that we've done the front part of our arm, the biceps and the forearms, now it's time to tackle the back. So I have a video that I have right here that you can go ahead and check out. And that way you can get the full circumference of your arm to make sure that you got that summer body ready when you put on those tees and they're hugging the sleeves. So go ahead and check that video out right now. Now, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps out the channel and the YouTube algorithm. And if you love it, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and until next week.